Good morning, distinguished guests, colleagues, and friends. I'm so happy to be back in Israel and to participate in the 25th Shabtai Shavit World Summit on Counter-Terrorism. The summit brings together an impressive array of experts from around the world, and I'm excited to learn from everyone here, and I hope to contribute perspective from my work at Meta. Thank you to Reichman University's International Institute for Counterterrorism and to everyone who has made this gathering possible at a time when our collective resolve is being tested as never before. It's been over 700 days since the October 7th terrorist attack, a day that not only reverberated in every corner of this country, but also far beyond Israel's borders. In the weeks and months that followed, we saw other terrorist groups like Hezbollah and the Houthis conduct attacks. We also saw global anti-Semitic incidents surge in some places by more than 400%, all of which is a stark reminder that terrorism's impact is rarely contained by geography and often has knock-on effects. Today, we honor the victims of October 7 and since then, and stand in solidarity with all those affected, reaffirming our commitment to resilience, empathy, and hope. Terrorism and extremism, as you all know, are not static. They are dynamic, borderless, and increasingly sophisticated. The digital age has further transformed the landscape. A single viral post can reach millions of people in seconds, amplifying the reach and impact of terrorist organizations at unprecedented speed. This summit is not just a forum for reflection, it is a call to action. As someone working at the intersection of technology and online safety, I urge all of us to adopt a forward-looking vision so that our efforts can evolve at least as fast as the threats we face. We each have a vital role to play, and success depends on our willingness to work together. In my role, and in many of yours, the challenge is not simply about responding to threats or being reactive to threats, nor is it about believing that we can always anticipate them. The reality is that countering terrorism in today's world is extraordinarily difficult. The scale and complexity of the problem, the blurring of ideological lines, and the ever-evolving nature of the threats mean that there are no easy solutions or guarantees. What matters most is that we face these challenges together. We must be willing to grapple with uncertainty, ambiguity, make difficult decisions, and collaborate as we navigate the complex landscape. Success will not come from any single innovation, platform, or organization, but from our collective commitment to engage deeply and to think creatively. Let us be bold, not because we have all the answers, but because we are willing to confront the hard questions together. At Meta, with over 3.9 billion people using our platforms each month, we are acutely aware of the profound responsibilities, both to protect the voice of our users and to protect our platforms from abuse that comes with connecting nearly half of the world. Every day, I steer our Dangerous Organizations team working at the front lines of digital safety. In just the first half of this year, we removed more than 12 million pieces of content violating our terrorism policies, 99% of which were detected before they were reported to us. We're investing heavily in advanced AI, which now detects and removes harmful content at a scale and speed unimaginable just a few years ago, and with enhanced language coverage globally. And we're optimistic that advanced AI will be an even more important tool in our threat mitigation toolkit as we move forward, helping with contextual awareness and early detection. It's not yet clear how terrorist groups may or may not adapt or adopt advanced AI, but it is clear that we can harness its potential to help mitigate the threat. But in addition to investing in these tech solutions, we also continue to invest in human expertise. Our experts and investigators help us to find new trends and techniques used by terrorist groups online that we can then feed into our automated systems to bolster our overall enforcement. It's the complement of advanced tech and human expertise that gives us the strongest enforcement. But as you all know, this is a very adversarial space, and we need to look beyond just downstream enforcement. We also need to look upstream at prevention work, especially among young people. And this is where we are piloting some really innovative initiatives that I'd like to share with you today. We started working closely with NGOs to develop prevention messaging for young people at risk of being recruited into dangerous organizations, helping to empower them to take control of their digital experience. We've partnered with grassroots organizations in countries like Sweden and Mexico to provide stronger localized support because context and language nuance matters a lot for the success of such messaging, and local collaboration really helps. While we're still analyzing the response to this messaging, our initial assessment is that the initiatives are quite effective, particularly among young men. But this could, of course, vary by region and the type of dangerous organization, so more testing is necessary. We're also piloting AI-driven bots to support education for individuals interested in leaving a dangerous organization or off-ramping, de-radicalization. Some data from initial pilots suggests that a significant number of individuals may feel less stigma in talking to a bot, and they know it's a bot, they know it's not a human, but they feel less stigma in talking to a bot about how they became involved in terrorism, how they became involved in extremism, why they originally joined the group, than they feel talking to a human. We're also collaborating with educators and game developers to design interactive and virtual reality experiences that build empathy and resilience. Gaming is a really important space to focus on, especially for young people, and there is a lot of promise in virtual reality education. Together with all of this work, both on the downstream enforcement and the upstream prevention, is our commitment to transparency. We publish regular reports on content removals, invite independent audits, and partner with civil society, academia, and government to ensure our efforts are both effective and accountable. I want to take a moment, though, to reflect on the importance of young people, a topic that is both deeply personal to me, I have 2 little ones at home, and central to my team's mission. If the future belongs to anyone, it belongs to our youth. Today's young people are more connected than any generation in history. They are not only expert in adopting new technologies, but also at leveraging social media to raise awareness, build consensus, and drive positive change. The power of platforms to help youth connect, learn, and grow is truly transformative. Yet with this power comes risks, especially for those who are still discovering who they are. We know that extremist groups and other dangerous organization actors are increasingly targeting young people, seeking to exploit their digital fluency and their search for belonging. At Meta, we are deeply invested in both the safety and empowerment of young people. I know that we just launched here in Israel IG teen accounts as a broad initiative. In the narrower area of countering terrorism and dangerous organizations, our targeted initiatives have also begun to reach young people around the world, delivering educational content to help protect them from potential harm. But we also recognize that technology alone is not enough to protect young people. This is not solely an online problem, and no single company or tool can address it in isolation. That's why I urge everyone in this room to imagine what true collaboration could look like. Picture a world where civil society organizations are empowered to design innovative digital literacy programs and peer-led support networks that reach youth in their own communities, where technology companies use their platforms for creative engagement, leveraging immersive video games, AI-powered safety features, and interactive storytelling to help young people build resilience and critical thinking skills, where government plays an active role not only in setting policy, but in sharing real-time insights on emerging threats and supporting cross-sector partnership, where educators are equipped with the training and resources to recognize the diverse challenges their students face online and to foster both digital and emotional intelligence, and where researchers study this ecosystem, measure impact, and provide evidence-based recommendations that drive continuous improvements. This is the kind of ecosystem we can build, one where every stakeholder brings their unique strengths, creativity, and expertise to the table. If we dare to imagine it and commit to working together, we can ensure that young people have the knowledge, skills, and support to become architects of peace and progress. At Meta, we're committed to championing the benefits of social media for youth while leading the industry in safeguarding their well-being online and mitigating threats from terrorist groups and other dangerous organizations trying to do them harm. And like I said, no single institution can solve these challenges alone. Progress demands partnership across government, technology, academia, and civil society. It requires us to listen and learn from each other, guided by a shared vision of dignity, safety, and opportunity. So I ask each of you, what can we do in our own fields to build a safer, more inclusive future? How can we amplify the voices of young people, harness technology's power for good, and foster environments where hope triumphs over fear? As we continue this summit, let us commit to forward thinking, bold collaboration, and investing in the next generation, not just as future leaders, but as present-day agents of change. Thank you.